Hello. Welcome to Living English. Today, we're looking at directions. How do you ask for directions when you're in a strange city? Remember from last episode, Anne has an appointment with a private detective. Now she has to find his office. Let's see how she goes in today's episode of Sisters and Brothers.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Could you tell me how to get to Mitchell Street?
Yes, you're going the wrong way. You need to go straight along here, past the silver balls, turn left, and that's the second on the right, opposite the town hall.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I'm looking for number 23, Barber's Private Investigator.
Over there, next to the trees.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Come in. Sorry. Yes, any time. Oh, yes, usual rates. Must go now. Right. Goodbye, Ms. Roberts. Julia, bye.
Mr. Barber?
John, private investigator. You must be Ms. Lee. Please, sit down. Now, what can I do for you, Miss Lee?
Could you find him for me?
Who's the man in the photograph? We'll find out in the next episode. But first, let's look again at how Anne asks for directions.
Excuse me?
Oh, yes.
Could you tell me how to get to Mitchell Street?
Anne says, "Excuse me." This is polite because the woman is a stranger. Let's practice that. Make sure you say excuse and not excuse.
Excuse me?
How does Anne ask for directions?
Could you tell me how to get to Mitchell Street?
Anne asks politely for directions. She says, "Could you tell me how to get to where she wants to go?" Let's try at home with some different places. First, Smith Street. Ask how to get to Smith Street. Could you tell me how to get to Smith Street? The post office. Could you tell me how to get to the post office? The airport. Could you tell me how to get to the airport? Now let's listen to the directions.
Yes, you're going the wrong way. You need to go straight along here, past the silver balls, turn left, and that's the second on the right, opposite the town hall.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We'll look at some of those words a bit later. Anne asks someone else for directions. Watch how she asks this time.
Excuse me,
Yes.
I'm looking for number 23, Barber's private investigator.
Anne says what she is looking for. She says, I'm looking for number 23. This is the street number. You try saying this with the clip.
Excuse me,
Yes.
I'm looking for number 23.
Anne is talking about what she is doing now. She is looking for something. I'm looking for is short for I am looking for. This is called the present continuous tense. We use it for actions which continue. Let's practice. Use I'm looking for with these words. The post office. I'm looking for the post office. The supermarket. I'm looking for the supermarket. Look at what happens when instead of I, we use other words. Anne's looking for number 23. So what's Anne looking for? Answer using she's. She's looking for number 23. What's he looking for? He's looking for number 23. What are you looking for? You're looking for number 23. And what are they looking for? They're looking for number 23. Everybody is looking for number 23. Look at how we write and say these. Say them after me. I'm looking. He's looking. She's looking. It's looking. You're looking. We're looking. They're looking. Notice how we use am with I. I am looking. But we usually say, I'm looking. Is used with he, she, and it. He is looking. But we usually say, he's looking. Are is used with you, we, and they. They are looking. Finally, look at how John asks Anne what she wants.
What can I do for you, Miss Lee?
He asks what he can do for her. He means, what does she want him to do? Try at home with the clip.
What can I do for you, Miss Lee?
Come in.
Brenton Whittle.
You must be Michelle. Please sit down.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Michelle?
You can help me practice my card trick.
What do I have to do?
Pick 3 cards. Put them face up on the table. So we have an ace, a queen, and a 10. Where's the queen?
In the middle.
The queen is in the middle. Where's the ace?
On the left.
The ace is on the left. And where's the 10?
On the right.
The 10 is on the right. Now, you try at home. I'll just mix them around a bit. Now, look at the cards and tell me, where is the ace? That's right. The ace is on the right. Where is the 10? The 10 is in the middle. And where is the Queen? The Queen is on the left. Now, Brenton, I'm going to turn the cards face down and we'll see if you can remember where the Queen is. Watch carefully. Now, where's the Queen? What do you think? Is it on the left, on the right, or in the middle?
I think it's on the left.
Let's have a look. Oh, no, that's the 10. I think the Queen is in the middle. Sorry. Let's look again at our episode of Sisters and Brothers and see how many words you can hear describing where things are.
You need to go straight along here, past the silver balls, turn left, and that's the second on the right, opposite the town hall.
The woman tells Anne to go straight along, that is, don't turn. Then she says it's past the silver balls. It is further along from the silver balls in the same direction. She tells Anne to turn left, and then she says it's the second on the right. She means Anne should turn to the right at the second street she comes to. Finally, the woman says it's opposite the town hall. That is, it is directly across the street from the town hall. Look at another part of the story.
Over there, next to the trees.
The place Anne is looking for is next to the trees. Now we have some new words to describe where something is. Brenton, I'm going to put another card down here. It's a 2. Now, where is the 2?
The 2 is on the left.
Is there another way we can describe where it is?
It's next to the Queen.
And where is the Queen?
The Queen is between the 2 and the ace.
That's right, it's between them. There's a card on one side and another one on the other side of the Queen. Now, there's one more word we heard to help say where something is, but I'll need to put out some more cards. Now, Brenton, how would you describe where the Queen is now?
Well, it's between the ace and the 2, but it's also opposite the 4. Goodbye till next time.
See you later.
Hello, and welcome again to Living English, where we practice listening to and speaking English. In each program, we look at a short drama, then practice our English. So let's watch today's episode of our drama, Sisters and Brothers. In the last episode, Anne was in her hotel room, but she was worried. Let's see what happens next.
Hello? Barber's Private Investigation. John Barber speaking.
Hello. Can you find missing people?
Sometimes we can. Have you lost somebody?
Yes.
Perhaps you'd like to tell me about it.
Can I make an appointment, please?
When would you like to come in?
Is tomorrow okay?
Let's see. Yes, I can see you at 10 o'clock.
Will that suit you?
Okay, thank you. 23 Mitchell Street, is that right?
That's right, second floor.
Okay. See you then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello?
Hello, reception. What time is it, please?
It's 5 o'clock.
And what time do you serve dinner?
The restaurant opens in an hour and dinner is served between 6 and 9 p.m.
And breakfast?
Breakfast is served between 7 and 9:30 a.m, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wonder what's wrong with Anne. You'll have to watch the next episode to find out. In that episode, we saw Anne use the phone to make an appointment. Let's listen again.
Perhaps you'd like to tell me about it.
Can I make an appointment, please?
When would you like to come in?
Is tomorrow okay?
Let's see. Yes, I can see you at 10 o'clock.
Will that suit you?
First, Anne asks for an appointment or a meeting.
Can I make an appointment, please?
Now try saying it yourself with the clip.
Can I make an appointment, please?
Now listen to what John says.
When would you like to come in?
He asks when. He wants to know what time is best. Now practice saying it with the clip.
When would you like to come in?
What day does Anne want to come in?
Is tomorrow okay?
Tomorrow is the next day, or the day after today. If today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday. The day before today is called yesterday. So what time is Anne's appointment?
Let's see. Yes, I can see you at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. We put o'clock after the number of the hour. 10 o'clock is exactly at 10, not after or before. Listen again and then try saying it yourself.
Yes, I can see you at 10 o'clock.
John said, I can see you. He can see Anne tomorrow because he has that time free. He's not doing anything else. Notice also that we say at before a time. But where will the appointment be?
23 Mitchell Street, is that right?
That's right, second floor.
The address is 23 Mitchell Street. That's where Anne has to go. She has to find that building tomorrow and look for John's office on the second floor. She will have to take a lift or walk upstairs to get to the second floor. In our last episode, we looked at how saying the word will before words such as you or I is used in questions. Will I? Will you? This week, the word can was said before I and you to make questions. Can I? Can you? Listen for the words can you in this clip.
Hello. Can you find missing people?
Saying can before you makes a question. Listen now for can used before the word I.
Can I make an appointment, please?
So which one of these is a question? Can comes before the word I. Can I make an appointment is a question. Say it at home. Notice also the way we say it. Can I make an appointment? I can make an appointment is saying that I'm able to make an appointment. Try saying it at home. I can make an appointment. Now listen for can being used after I in the same way here.
Yes, I can see you at 10 o'clock. Will that suit you?
John says, I can see you at 10 o'clock. He asks another question. He asks, will that suit you? He means, is that time all right for you as well? Anne agrees that 10 o'clock is the best time. Listen to how she agrees.
I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Anne said, I'll see you then. We say then for any time that is not now. 10 o'clock tomorrow is in the future. Remember from our previous episode that we use the word will to talk about the future. Anne used the quick way of saying I will. I'll. Practice saying I'll see you then with the clip.
I'll see you then.
And you can see Michelle right now. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Brenton. Hello, everyone.
What will we look at today?
We'll look at words to do with time and clocks, like these. First, let's listen to the clerk telling Anne what time it is.
Hello?
Hello, reception. What time is it, please?
It's 5 o'clock.
She says that the time is 5 o'clock, so it's exactly 5. Not before 5 and not after 5. What time is it in the studio, Brenton?
It's 8:30.
Half of what?
Half of 1 hour. An hour is 60 minutes, so half an hour is 30 minutes. 30 minutes past 8 o'clock.
8:30 is the same as 8:30. Let's go back to our story. Remember that Anne has found out that it's 5 o'clock. What time is dinner?
The restaurant opens in an hour and dinner is served between 6 and 9 p.m.
In an hour means 1 hour from now. 1 hour in the future. Practice this. You could say, I'll see you in 5 minutes. 2 days. I'll see you in 2 days. A week. I'll see you in a week. They all mean I'll see you in the future. In 5 minutes, 2 days, or a week from now. So if it's 5 o'clock now and the restaurant opens in an hour, what time does the restaurant open? It opens at 6 o'clock. Now here's another question. What time is the restaurant open until? Listen again.
Dinner is served between 6 and 9 p.m.
If dinner is served between 6 and 9, then it is served until 9 p.m. And when is dinner served from?
Dinner is served between 6 and 9 p.m.
So they start serving dinner at 6. Dinner is served from 6 until 9. What about breakfast?
Breakfast is served between 7 and 9:30 a.m, ma'am.
She said breakfast is served between 7 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. So what time is breakfast served from? Breakfast is served from 7 a.m. They start serving breakfast at 7 a.m. And what time do they finish serving breakfast? They serve breakfast until 9:30 a.m. So they finish serving breakfast at 9:30 or 9:30. Of course, we know it's the morning because they are serving breakfast. but we also know because she says AM after the time. We say AM for times between midnight and midday. Midnight is 12 AM and midday is 12 PM. Let's practice. Use AM or PM with these times. 1 o'clock in the morning is 1 AM. 4 o'clock in the afternoon is 4 PM. Let's do some more times on the clock. What time is this, Brenton?
A 8:15. 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. You could say 8:15 too.
What about this time?
That's 8:45.
It's not 8:75?
No, we don't say that. We say 8:45.
So you say past for any of the minutes on this side of the clock and 2 for the ones on this side.
Yes, that's right.
And the other way of saying the time is always the hour and the number of minutes after it.
Yes, we can say 8:45 or 8:45.
Okay, what's this time?
That's 9:20 or 8:40.
Now it's your turn. What's this time? It's 10:09 or 8:50. What's this time? It's 8:10 or 8:10. It's also time for us to go.
I hope you can watch our next program. It's all about how to ask questions.
So until then, see you later.
Hello, and welcome again to Living English, where we learn how to speak English for work, travel, or study. In each program, we look at a short drama, then practice our English. So let's see today's episode of Sisters and Brothers. Remember, in the last episode, Anne arrived from Singapore. She met her business partner, Sarah. Now, she's checking in at her hotel.
Thank you very much for picking me up.
You're very welcome. You'll be all right here?
Thanks, I'll be fine. And thank you, Mark, for helping with my heavy bag.
Oh, don't mention it.
All right then. Nice to meet you finally. I'll ring you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you too.
Goodbye.
Good morning. Would you like to check in? Yes, please. And your name? Anne Lee. Yes. Could you just fill this out, please? How long will you be staying? 2 weeks. Are you here on business? Mainly business. Will you need a hire car? No, thank you. And will you need a map of the city? Maybe later. And will you want a newspaper in the morning? No, thank you. Okay. And how will you be paying, Ms. Lee? Credit card. Thank you. There you go. And here's your key. That's room 309. Enjoy your stay, Ms. Lee.
Thank you. I hope I will.
In that episode, we saw how to say thank you and how to reply. Let's have another look.
Thank you very much for picking me up.
You're very welcome.
Anne says, thank you very much. This is a polite way of thanking someone. Try saying, thank you very much for picking me up with the clip.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much for picking me up.
You're very welcome.
Sarah says in reply, you're very welcome. This is a polite reply. Try at home with the clip.
Thank you very much for picking me up. Thank you very much for picking me up.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome, or just you're welcome, is what we usually say when someone thanks us. Your is short for you are. You are welcome. Now listen for how Anne says thank you to Mark.
And thank you, Mark, for helping with my heavy bag.
She just says thank you. There's another way of saying thank you for everyday things. Listen carefully.
You'll be all right here?
Thanks, I'll be fine.
Anne said thanks to a polite question. For small things like this, we just say thanks. In our next clip, listen for what Mark replies when Anne says thank you.
And thank you, Mark, for helping with my heavy bag.
Don't mention it.
Mark says, don't mention it. He's politely saying that Anne doesn't need to say thank you. Don't is a way of saying do not, and mention means say. Now try saying it yourself.
And thank you, Mark, for helping with my heavy bag. And thank you, Mark, for helping with my heavy bag.
Don't mention it.
In that episode, we also saw how to say goodbye.
Nice to meet you too.
Goodbye.
She says goodbye as she leaves. It's a formal way of saying that you are going. Practice saying goodbye with the clip.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too.
Goodbye.
When you get to know someone a little better, you can say, see you later. Practice saying this after me. See you later. See you later. Now, let's look at how to ask questions about what you're going to do.
How long will you be staying?
2 weeks.
How long will you be staying? We use the word will to ask about the future. Now listen to another question that uses will to ask about the future. Listen carefully. The hotel clerk speaks very fast.
When you want a newspaper in the morning.
Here's another question from the clerk.
And will you need a map of the city?
And here's another one.
Will you need a hire car?
All these questions are about what Anne will do in the future. They ask about her plans. They ask about what she intends to do or what she is going to do. For example, the question, will you need a hire car, is asking about the future, about what Anne might need in the next few days. Now listen carefully in our next clip for another use of will to ask about the future.
Thank you very much for picking me up.
You're very welcome. You'll be all right here?
Will you be all right here? Sarah wants to know how Anne will be in the next few days while she is staying at the hotel. In the next clip, see how the word will is used when you are not asking a question.
And here's your key. That's room 309. Enjoy your stay, Ms. Lee.
Thank you. I hope I will.
Anne replies, I hope I will, to the clerk, telling her to enjoy her stay at the hotel. She hopes that in the future she will enjoy staying at the hotel. If you are not asking a question, you use the word will after words such as she. She will need a hire car. I will need a hire car. And you will need a hire car. These sorts of words, I, she, you, are called pronouns. We use will before pronouns in questions. So if I say, will you need a hire car? It's a question. Listen to the difference. Will you need a hire car? You will need a hire car. Can you tell which one of these is a question? Will you enjoy your stay? Or, you will enjoy your stay. Will comes before you, so will you enjoy your stay is a question. It's asking about something in the future. When will comes after you are just saying what you think is going to happen. You will enjoy your stay. And here is Michelle. Hello, Michelle, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Brenton. Hello, everyone.
What will we talk about today?
We'll talk about how to pay for things and more about the word will. Now, Brenton, you're going on a holiday to Fiji.
I am?
Let's pretend. I've brought some things here. Ask me if you'll need them, and you ask at home too, using will I need. Remember, it's hot in Fiji and there's lots of beaches.
All right.
Sunscreen.
Will I need sunscreen?
What do you think? Yes, you will. Traveller's checks.
Will I need traveller's checks?
Yes, you will. Sunglasses.
Will I need sunglasses?
Yes, you will. Teddy bear.
Will I need a teddy bear?
No, you won't.
I might.
Now you answer the questions. Will he need sunscreen? Yes, he will. Will he need sunglasses? Yes, he will. Will he need a teddy bear? No, he won't.
Oh. Now, let's look at the scene where Anne pays for her hotel room. How does she pay?
And how will you be paying, Ms. Lee?
Credit card.
Anne pays by credit card. How else can you pay for things?
Well, you can pay in cash.
So we say you pay by credit card or in cash. How else can you pay?
Well, you can often pay by EFTPOS.
EFTPOS stands for Electronic Funds Transfer at Point of Sale. You use your ATM card for this.
And you can pay by cheque.
In America, it's spelled differently. So we say you can pay in cash, by credit card, by EFTPOS, or by cheque. Practice saying by credit card with the clip.
And how will you be paying, Ms. Lee? And how will you be paying, Ms. Lee?
Credit card.
Did you hear what the clerk called Anne Lee in that clip? Listen again.
And how will you be paying, Ms. Lee?
Credit card.
She used her formal title, Ms. Lee. What's your formal title, Brenton?
My formal title is Mr. Whittle. Men are called Mr. We say Mr. before our last name. My full name is Brenton Whittle, So I'm Mr. Whittle.
So the Mark Taylor in our film is Mr. Taylor.
Yes. And are you Ms. Crowden?
I might be. I might not be.
What do you mean?
Women can be called Ms., Miss or Mrs.
Well, they all sound like each other.
Yes, but they're different. You can only be called Miss if you're not married and Mrs. if you are married.
Are you a Miss or a Mrs.?
I like to be called Ms. Any woman can be called Ms., just like any man can be called Mr. Practice these after me. Mr. Whittle. Mrs. Taylor. Miss Taylor. Ms. Lee. Have a go at saying Ms. Lee with the clip.
And how will you be paying Ms. Lee?
Now it's time for a memory test. How are you going to pay? By credit card? By cheque? In cash?
And I hope you'll watch our next program.
We'll find out how to make appointments and about words to do with time. So until then, see you later.
Hello, and welcome to the first program of Living English. You will learn how to speak English for work, travel, or study. Each week, we look at a short drama, then practice our English. So now, let's look at the first episode of our drama, Sisters and Brothers.
Excuse me. Anne Lee? Yes, hello.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer. Pleased to meet you.
It's very kind of you to meet me.
Oh, sorry. This is my husband, Mark.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
How was your flight?
Oh, actually, I'm a bit tired. It was a very long flight.
Let's get your bags.
Oh, that's mine there, the red one.
It's empty.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Mark's strong, aren't you, dear?
No worries.
Come on, let's go to the hotel.
Poor Mark. In that episode, we saw how to meet people. Let's look again at how Anne meets Sarah.
Excuse me. Anne Lee? Yes, hello.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer.
Anne says, hello. Try it home with the clip.
Excuse me. Anne Lee? Excuse me. Anne Lee? Yes, hello.
Hello is what we usually say when we meet people. What does Sarah say?
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer. Pleased to meet you.
Sarah says her name, and then she says, "Pleased to meet you." Let's look at this again.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer. Pleased to meet you.
First, Sarah says her name because Anne doesn't know who she is. We just say I'm, which is short for I am, and then our name. In English, we say our family name last. Sarah's family name is Taylor, so she says, "I'm Sarah Taylor." This is formal English. You can just say your first name. So Sarah could say, "I'm Sarah." My name is Brenton Whittle. So I would say, "Hello, I'm Brenton Whittle." Now you try introducing yourself. Say your name. "Hello, I'm..." Sarah says something else. Watch again.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer. Pleased to meet you.
She says, "Pleased to meet you." This is another way of greeting someone. It's a formal way of greeting someone. Practice with the clip.
Pleased to meet you.
Usually, in Australia, we shake hands when we say, "Pleased to meet you." Here is another way of greeting someone. Look at the clip.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Sarah introduces her husband, Mark. Let's look again at what she says.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
She says, "This is my husband, Mark." Practice saying this with the clip.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
Now look at how Mark greets Anne.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
How are you is a very common way of greeting someone. Sometimes we say, "How are you going?" Anne says, "Very well, thank you." Practice saying both of these phrases with the clip.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
There's one more way of saying hello. Let's look.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Mark says, "Good morning." Of course, you can only say good morning in the morning. Try with the clip.
Good morning.
Let's look at how English works. English is made up of sentences. Let's look at sentences. Firstly, let's listen to Sarah.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm your new local buyer. Pleased to meet you.
I'm is a way of saying I am. The word I is called the subject of the sentence. It comes first. Am is called a verb. It comes next. And her name, Sarah Taylor, is called the object. It comes after the verb. Many sentences have this pattern. Let's look at another one.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
Can you work out what is the subject, the verb, and the object of this sentence? That's right. The word this is the subject, is the verb, and my husband is the object. And this is Michelle Crowden. Hello, Michelle. How are you today?
Hello, Brenton. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, what have you got there?
I have some hats.
Well, what are you doing with the hats?
I'll show you. But first, let's look at the scene again. Anne is collecting her luggage.
Oh, that's mine, the red one.
Anne said that her bag was the red one. Red is a colour. I have 4 hats here. Now, which is the red one?
This is the red one.
Do you know the colours? Which hat is yellow?
This is the yellow one.
Which hat is blue?
This is the blue one.
So, which hat is green?
This is the green one.
Brenton, which hat do you like?
This one.
Brenton likes the blue hat.
What about you, Michelle? I think I see you in red.
Haha, yep.
Michelle likes the red hat.
Which hat do you like? The blue one, the red one, the yellow one, or the green one? You say, I like the... Which hat do I like? That's right, I like the red hat. Which hat does Brenton like? He likes the blue hat. So, Brenton, which hat is yours?
The blue one. The blue hat is mine. It's my hat.
The blue hat is yours. It's your hat. And which hat is mine?
The red hat is yours. It's your hat.
The red hat is mine. It's my hat. So we've learned 4 colours: red, blue, green and yellow. And we've learned your and yours and my and mine. But there's something else to look at in the scene. Here are 2 clips.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
Oh, that's mine, the red one.
Sarah uses the word this when she introduces Mark. She says, this is my husband. But when Anne points out her bag, she uses the word that. She says, that's mine. What's the difference? Look again and see if you can tell.
Oh, sorry, this is my husband, Mark.
Oh, that's mine, the red one.
What's the difference, Brenton?
When Sarah says, this is my husband, she's standing right next to him.
But when Anne points to her bag, it's not next to her. So, Brenton, is that your hat?
This one? Yes, it is.
Is that his hat? No, it isn't. This is your hat, Brenton.
Thank you, thank you. And is that your hat, Michelle?
Yes, this is my hat.
Remember in the clip, Anne's red bag was heavy. Is your hat heavy?
No, Brenton, it's light. This is heavy.
Yes, it's heavy.
Answer the questions at home. Is it light? No, it's heavy. Is this heavy? No, it's light. And are you strong, Brenton? What do you think? Is he strong? Yes, he is, I suppose. And is Mark strong? Let's look and listen for something else Mark says.
Don't worry, Mark's strong, aren't you, dear?
No worries.
So, is Mark strong? I'm not so sure. But Mark said something else. Listen again.
No worries.
Mark said, no worries. This is an Australian way of saying okay. And finally, let's look at some different ways of saying hello. Remember what Mark said when he greeted Anne?
He said, good morning.
He said, good morning, because it was in the morning, before 12 o'clock. What would he say after 12 o'clock?
He could say, good afternoon. Try saying it after me. good afternoon.
And if it was in the evening, he could say good evening. Try saying this after me. Good evening.
But he probably wouldn't say good night. We usually only say good night when we're leaving or going to bed.
And I think it's time for us to leave now, Brenton.
No worries, Michelle. Hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Sisters and Brothers and our first program of Living English.
And I hope you can watch our next program.
We'll find out how to check in at a hotel and about dealing with money.
So until then, see you later.